Hey guys, big welcome back. Today I wanted to do a quick update on my main display, and I say quick, but we'll see how long it takes to get through. I haven't done an update since, I believe, August. I'd have to take a look back, but I'm pretty sure it was August. And a few things have changed in the tank since then, so why don't we kick back and see what's going on right now in the tank and how everything is doing. Right now I'm trying to use a tripod for this, but it's kind of a really crappy tripod, so sorry about the shaky. And this is being filmed on my Galaxy Note 3, just for anyone wondering, because every now and then I get a question about what I shoot with. So that's what I've got going on. And I guess first of all, we'll go and we'll take a little look around the tank, and I'll pan around, then I'll go over some of the corals that have been added. So since my last update, I had realized at one point that my magnesium had actually dropped down to about 800, which was ridiculously low. I believe it had been because I'd been dosing calquas, and I didn't realize that you had to dose magnesium to keep the magnesium levels in check, and then once you don't do that, then next thing you know, your calcium and alkalinity is all messed up too, and pH, and so it's been an ongoing cycle. So I haven't added too much to the tank. I will be showing you guys a few corals and I think just one fish, but we'll be checking that out in a minute. I am still running the 220 watt razors off of or on this with just one par 38 bulb to provide lighting just for this end of the tank right here. Actually, if you guys want, I'll throw it on right now and to show you why, because you can see this dark spot, and I'll click it on to show you what that's for. It kind of adds a bit of light to the shelf right there. I don't have it aimed the best right now. The only unfortunate thing is that it's a little bit more white than I would like, so I thought about painting over some of the white LEDs with blue to give it a bit more blue so that it would match the razors a little better. So just starting recently, I've noticed that my clownfish sometimes will host that torch coral right there. It's kind of interesting because there are like 6 rose bubble tip anemones. Maybe some people that remember from previous posts that those anemones are always splitting on me, and so I'm selling them off, giving them away, doing whatever I can to keep them in check. Hello, eel. And it's they're kind of cool because everybody that comes over loves clownfish and anemones. So you know what, as an attraction piece, they're great, but they do sting the corals, and so I've lost a few corals due to them, unfortunately, and then other corals just don't seem to be bothered. Let's just move down a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of weird how it is. Like right up there, there's this plate coral. If I can zoom in, and it doesn't seem to be overly bothered by it. They're touching it all day, every day. Doesn't cause too much of an issue. So, which is good. But then certain zoanthids will die from it. And then whereas other ones are perfectly fine. I've got a set of a colony of Sunny D's up top, and they have absolutely no problem with it at all. It's definitely kind of weird how it picks and chooses what's going to be affected by it and what's not. So these are new since my last update. This is just a purple SPS to the left there. It's been in here for a few months, and it's I don't think it was on my last video. I think I've got it after that, and it's pretty good. It's got a bit of growth going on. No signs of it being harmed at all, and it's actually growing out onto the plug, which is nice. And then right above it, this is actually like a teal with blue tips. They're very, very light blue, the tips, so unfortunately they kind of look white on the camera. And if I can zoom in, you can see some polyps hanging out there. I think I can get in closer. This is a pretty good phone for recording, so it's if you guys are ever looking for a phone to make your videos with, that's it. Let's see how close we can get. I think that's about it right there. But that's not bad. Actually, it's kind of funny I'm talking about this because we just, I'll keep scanning around as I'm telling you the story. We just recently bought a new camera because we're going to Cuba next month. And so we bought a Canon D3200, 24.9 megapixel or something like that. And we thought that it was going to be awesome for taking pictures of the tank. I thought for sure it would be better than this phone, which would be actually tough to beat. But we figured it might be. And anyhow, so the pictures weren't that great of this. They're great outdoors, you know, scenery, people, pets, all that. But this came out really, really bad. And so then we bought a macro lens. I bought a 60mm f2.8 macro lens. And it's okay, but it actually still doesn't compare to this. So, kind of a silly little side story. I know it doesn't probably matter to most of you, but I just like to share it anyway. And this, I've never really paid too much attention to it, but it looks like it's actually got like white polyps on it or something. I don't know, whatever you guys make of that on that plate coral. Funny story about that, it was actually this I bought as a little tiny blue frag the day I moved here. The day I set this tank up, I had actually, or the day I ordered the tank, sorry, because I had the tank custom made, I had bought a piece of that and it was baby blue. And it has never been baby blue since. So be prepared. If you buy a coral in the store, it may not stay looking how you bought it. Let's carry on here. I just wanted to kind of show you guys around. This here is a little bird's nest that I got from somebody, and it hasn't done too much for me yet, but hopefully it will. It's not dying or anything. You can see polyp extension. It's been in there for a few months. Maybe it's growing a little bit. I don't really know. This has got a really cool coloration to it. A really nice greenish teal, which is nice. My bird's nest, for anyone that's followed along, or if you go back and click any of my old videos, it's grown quite a bit since it was since I got it. When I got it, it was just a small little colony, and it's growing pretty good. To say that I'm the guy that barely doses anything, let's see if we can get in there. Sometimes I can zoom in, sometimes I can't. There we go. So you guys can see it up close. And yeah, let's continue along the way. This is my purple Monty. I'm not sure the name of it, and a lot of people have asked me. People that have had over buying frags or friends and stuff, and I have no idea. It's just a really pretty purple with blue polyps. The polyp coloration on the video is a little different than real life, but they are really nice blue polyps, and I love that piece. I've never fragged off it yet, but I will one of these days. Say hello to the clowns and their anemone. And here's some just run-of-the-mill zoanthids. They actually look really nice at night. They get like a teal with orange center, kind of like a pinky on the ring. Really nice for just a nothing special zoanthid. And I've sold those off a bunch of times to people that have liked them. But under the daylights, they don't really look nice at all. So they're more of an evening viewing zoanthid. But a lot of the stuff in the tank is like that, and that's just part of it. Let's move on down to this, the torch, which is really funny that it does so well because that other one died. Well, didn't die, but a good portion of it did. And there's another one that's a single head, but it was actually like 4 heads, and a few heads died, and then that head seems to be doing great. So it's kind of weird how that works, but I'm going to zoom in on these guys. I actually like them. They're just kind of a plain green, but I like them. It adds a little more color into the tank because there's a lot of purple. And these got to be one of my favorite zoanthids that you can get is the Fruit Loops, followed by Rasta, maybe preceded by Rasta. which I don't have. I just haven't found a good enough deal on them to grab them, but those are really cool. I like those a lot. I've attempted to frag them. I've got one on a frag plug in my frag tank, but it's never really done anything. It's kind of just stayed as almost like an orange polyp. So it's I don't know. I was hoping to be able to frag it and, you know, get them spread out a little more. Just keep showing you around as I'm jabbering here. These are colonist zoos. They are pretty cool. They're one that will let me zoom in on them normally. Sometimes I take pictures of them. Sorry guys, it takes a second to zoom in sometimes. Or we just give up, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes that's the only problem with the phone. It's not a perfect science trying to get it to focus. Well, that's okay. You guys get the point. You can see them. Down here, I've got a rock that's got, I believe it's Superman Montipora, if I can get it to focus there. And a little red Monty. And whatever that is, I'm not really sure what it is, but little hairs come out of it sometimes. I don't know. I only paid 20 bucks for it. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. Throw it in on a package deal. My A-can unfortunately tipped over due to my big blue tang, who just sometimes feels he's got to do that. There's some piece of plate coral that I broke off by accident while cleaning the glass from up there. Anyway, it doesn't want to focus, but you guys already know anyway. Off the same guy I bought that little $20 rock off, I bought this, and they don't show up quite the same obviously on camera, but they are really nice purple with green skirts, which is cool. Various mushrooms, which I've got tons of in this tank. There we go, now we're back into focusing. And little hammer coral there. Not really doing too much, just hanging out. In the foreground there, I've got some, just a little purple SPS. I don't know, I lost focus on it, but anyhow, something I picked up for like 20 bucks or something one time and stuck it in there. It wants to focus on the background. Anyway, it's a nice piece right there. Seems to be encrusting onto the rock. Hopefully it'll grow out a little more and maybe I can frag off of it and throw it down in the other end of the tank at some point. And over here we have a chalice. It's not really showing you guys on the picture, but it's actually a purple with green dots. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's cool. I like it. I've got another piece of it in the frag tank. That piece I just glued there. And I normally, when I buy a coral, I like to try to, if I can, split it up and put some in the frag tank to start off with, just to, you know, in case something doesn't do well in here. The two systems run differently than each other, so you never know which tank it may do better in. I really like those mushrooms. They're really cool. I've sold a few of them, but at this point I don't really want to sell any more because I like them. And I got our little rainbow stick thing here, which is down there right now. It was actually up on the rock, but Big Blue Tang took it off. Blasto being attacked by an anemone underneath. Not too big of a deal. I don't know if I'll get it to... Over here, I got an orange Recordia. I had actually bought one at a frag show, and it had died. I thought I'd had it down here, thought it had died, just kind of whatever, it disappeared. Apparently this was a baby that spawned off of it, so I was really happy to see it in there. Hopefully one day it'll spread. It's been down there for probably a year. Duncans, they are just dunking around, doing their thing. And same with this here frog spawn. I really like this. For a while there, when the magnesium had dropped off, this had really gone almost clear. and I wasn't digging that. So since getting my levels all pretty well balanced out, that has definitely got its color back. Some, I believe they're pink hippos, or no, Pineapple Express, actually. Pineapple Express, because I have 2 frags of them. I got that one there, and then this one which fell on the floor. I'll move it back at some point. Just some nuclear green pallies, just doing their thing. Big Blue likes to be on camera. That's the biggest prick of a fish you'll ever meet. Sunny D's way up top. I know this is probably like a crazy long update, so I don't know how many of you guys are actually sticking around for all of this, but I guess if you're a hardcore reefer, you probably will. And I'd like to throw out there, actually, while I got you guys here, that if you've noticed that I haven't been commenting on your videos, and there's a whole bunch of you, I don't even want to start naming because there's so many, and then I feel bad if I leave somebody out. But I do watch a lot of your videos. The only thing is I watch them at night on my Xbox, and so I can like your video. So I'm just that random like, you don't know who gave it to you. That's me, or very well could be. But I can't comment on there. So every now and then I'll go onto the computer and comment. But I prefer to watch Xbox or YouTube from on my TV on the Xbox, just because whatever, it's easier. Those are nice, kind of hard to focus on them right now. And this Digi, kind of weird, it's got a dead spot. I'm not really sure why, but then the arms are growing out. So it's just, it is what it is. Candy cane, not open all the way right now. But that's okay. It's actually evening, and I turned these lights back on for you guys to make this video. So some of the stuff just may not be too happy about that. Over here, we're going to go to Purple Bonsai land. I happen to love this coral. It's my Purple Bonsai, and it was in previous videos right there. It was the stick, and then it got stung. It's been shaded out by that, so I've trimmed that back a few times. And some things have stung it, various things have fallen on it and whatnot. But as you can see, it's spread all onto the rock. And so it goes all the way back under there, and really happy about that because I love that. These I really like too, but they don't want to cooperate now. They are like a really nice pink with a lime green center, but they are all closed except the ones on top that I can't get the camera over to show you. Over here I've got just a piece of Monty or something. I don't even really know what it is. I picked it up just as a frag for 10 bucks or whatever. I pretty much buy all kinds of like $10 frags all the time, just because it's cheap. It's a very minimal investment. It's not really showing right now, but it does. It's like a reddish with purple polyps. I'm going to show you guys up here my green plate that I had so much drama with on the mother colony. This was just a little frag that I had glued to the overflow box. And it's growing nicely. Unfortunately, right below it was the red plate coral, which got shadowed over by the by this leather, and now the leather's facing some problems. I believe it got hit with some magnesium. Maybe I didn't have it mixed up quite enough because the inlet's right there, and something's happened to it. I'm not really too sure. Which, to be honest with you, I'm not even a big fan of this coral. A lot of people that come over like it when it's open. It goes huge, reaches almost up to the top of the water when it's all the way open. But I never actually really cared that much for it. But we'll come down. I moved this GSP from my frag tank into here just to add a little more color to that corner. And I had picked up a rock with some pulsing Xenia on it because I had lost my Xenia, which I believe was from the alkalinity and magnesium all going out of whack. And so, strangely enough, like this is going quite well. If I can focus, I'll show you guys some pulsing action. That sounds dirty, sorry about that. Yeah, I might not get, there we go, I got it somewhat focused anyway. It's kind of weird because that rock, you can see that Xenia's pulsing just fine. And then when you come up, there's a little cluster of it right there. It's all white, doesn't pulse, doesn't open, not doing so well. Not sure why. I'm not overly concerned with it. I paid like 20 bucks for the rock, but it's kind of a mind boggler as to why it would be like that. And here's just some more of that green Monty with the polyps. They're kind of like a reddish brown polyp. Good space filler, not one of my favorite corals, but it's doing its thing. And I think that's pretty much the tour of the tank. If you guys want to have a look downstairs, we can check out the sump. Okay, so now I've walked all the way downstairs down to the fish room, to the sump, which is actually just below the tank. It's not really all the way downstairs. I made that part up. But I've got two Fosban reactors here. First of all, one running GFO, other running bio pellets in there, doing their thing. A little update on the light. I reused a Home Depot floodlight. If anyone that saw that video, if you haven't saw it, go back, check it out, because I do give you the details on this light. And that's what I'm using to light up my little refugium area. And you can see coralline algae growth even. Obviously I get good growth on the macroalgae. I get a little cyano back there. But I've got some mangroves, which every now and then I'd read online was a good idea to do this because they get a bit of spray from, you know, the filter and all that from the sock. So I just come down, I give them a spray with a little RO water, tell them it's raining, I talk to them a bit, and they seem to enjoy that. So just like that, rinses off the salt, keeps them happy, and then and hopefully growing nicely. Some of the ones that look dead, I'm not giving up on, because some of the ones that look dead weren't, and then they still grow. So yeah, I guess don't give up on them. I'm still running filter socks just like that. When I get a bigger system, I will look into other things. And my water alarm, which I talked about before, it's a bit of a mess in here, guys. Over my top off bucket, which I throw my calc and stuff in. Well, not really end stuff, I just calc water. And skimmer doing its thing. I just cleaned it the other day. I haven't done any coral feeding, so it's not really that dirty. Whereas if I do, if I feed my reefroids and stuff, it'll end up like, you know, up to here within a day or two, because it's taken all the excess out. I should have did that. I just did a water change yesterday. I should have fed the corals first, because they do like that. And that is pretty much it, guys. I'm just going to take you on one quick last walk around, and that will wrap up the video. Appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, liking, and all that other jazz. Follow me on Instagram too. Just CDN Studman on Instagram, and I upload a lot of pics of various things. And yeah, that's the tank, and I am going to be doing a tank upgrade. I just don't know exactly when. I've been talking about it for a long time. I do have 140 pounds extra rock sitting downstairs ready to go. I've got a 90-gallon sump. It's just a matter of getting what I want. I did go talk to a fish store in Toronto, North American Fish Breeders, about making me a peninsula tank about twice the size of this or so. And so that's something that, you know, I'll consider maybe after we get back from our trip. Anyone wants to come hang out with me in Cuba, I'll be in Holguin, something like that. So I don't know, yeah, Holguin or something, I don't know. Anyway, going there March 13th, so if you want to hang out, that's cool. I'm going to do a fan meetup and signing. No, I'm joking. I only got like 2 fans. Anyway, that's it, guys. I've held you up long enough, and if you're still here, do me a favor, comment I'm still here or something like that, you know, something to tell me that you actually watched the whole video, just because that would be pretty cool. Not to, you know, just to know that I wasn't sitting there rambling shit all night for nothing. Although it's not really for nothing, because every now and then I watch my own videos just to see the progress of how it's gone over the last few years. And, you know, from my 90 gallon, or actually sorry, from my very first, from the 29 gallon BioCube to what it is today is, it's enjoyable for me to watch, and I'm really looking forward to continuing in the hobby and just getting a little bit bigger at it, and maybe getting a little bit better at you know, doing proper dosing and all of that. Alright guys, thanks for watching.